Oh, there you are. Look, we both have to have dinner tonight. Why don't we go to some nice restaurant with candles on the table and a nice menu and a nice bottle of wine?
Great. Can we move in and live there?
I'm ready if you are. Sounds like a nice happy ending, huh?
They don't have any right to a happy beginning, middle, or end. I hate both of them.
Hate is such a wasted emotion. Revenge is much more satisfying, Lucy.
Scott, it is your turn. I'm the one who told Jake about you and Bobby. You're supposed to tell Jake about Bobby's sleazy shut-up affair with Claire Howard's husband, Gregory.
Well, what have you been doing with all your time? You know, in case you haven't noticed, I'm in the middle of a trial here right now. Claire Howard's love life is not high on my agenda.
Well, it should be if you want to demolish Jake's effectiveness as a defense attorney.
Good point, Catwoman. Here's what I want you to do. By now, everybody at Port Charles Hotel knows you by your first name, right?
I beg your pardon?
Well, you've been staying there for so long. Or have you, dating some of the bellhops?
Now, just shut up and tell me what you're thinking here.
You go, you talk to the concierge, and you ask them about the night that Gregory and Bobby spent there. You know, the romantic evening. When, what happened, how much. May cost you a few bucks, though.
Oh, fine. Where am I supposed to get a few bucks?
I sprung for dinner the other night. Now it's your turn. Now let's go down and say hello to your rich friends and your useful friends.
Hello.
Claire. Amanda, how are you?
Howdy.
I don't know how I'm going to concentrate in the courtroom today with such pretty girls out there spectating.
You're just like your father, Scotty, only more so with the Blarney.
Well, I was so confused by the newspaper reports, I simply had to come down to see what's going on for myself. Yes.
Justice. Justice in progress. You know, I've been talking to some of my pals up in Albany, and the word is that the freshman assemblyman from Port Charles is making quite a name for himself up there.
Well, I hope so. He never tells me a thing.
Of course, it could be just a lot of wind, but the wind I'm hearing is governor.
Oh, really? Well, now that's something I would never hear from him. Tell me more.
Well, I think we're about to get started here, so I want to make sure that you gals have a good seat. Come along.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Scotty.
Is that bugging you?
It's pretty sore.
Worse than before?
Yeah, maybe.
You should let me look at it.
You don't have to look at it. The infection's getting better, I can tell. It's just all that walking I did last night.
Yeah. Where did you go, anyway?
I told you I tried to go to town and I couldn't.
I'm amazed to think you could have gotten there all the way on foot.
Well, it was the only way I could think of to get to Robert without leading him to you.
You don't think he would have nailed you to the wall until you told him where you'd been?
Julian, you're acting like this is some 40s movie or something where we can run off and hide forever, but it doesn't work. It didn't even work then. They always got caught.
Yeah. Well, we gotta stay till Anna's trial is over, sweetheart.
That is exactly why I wanted to go to town. If Anna is convicted because I didn't show up to testify, it's not just bad for her, it makes me look worse.
You use your head for a second. Whoever tried to hit Olivia again last night could not have been Anna. They're going to get whoever that was, and Anna will be freed, and you'll be free, and this thing will be over.
Oh, and we could just skip off into the sunset.
You could.
Oh, no, we can't. We can't because my whole life has just gone down the toilet. And I can't forget that. And even if he never speaks to me again, I will always love Robert Scorpio.
Excuse me. Hey, dude, where's Anna Lavery's trial going on?
She's in here. It's Judge Delaney courtroom.
Oh, thanks.
Sorry, it's all pulled up.
Oh, I have an important message for Duke Lavery, the lady's husband, and he can't wait.
You'll have to wait until the next recess.
Hey, dude, you're jerking my string. I have to see the man.
The x-rays revealed that the bullet lodged near the spine in an area that made it impossible to remove without lengthy and potentially fatal surgery.
What caliber bullet is it?
I really can't say that looking at the x-rays.
Do you think Olivia will recover from her comatose state?
I'm just a doctor. That's in God's hands.
You think she's gonna die?
Well, I think we're all going to die eventually, Mr. Baldwin. Actually, that's impossible to say, but many people have recovered from worse injuries.
No further questions. The defense has no cross with this witness, Your Honor.
Thank you, Dr. Jones. You are excused. The state calls Dr. Monica Quartermain. Place your left hand on the Bible, raise your right hand. Do you, Monica Quartermain, swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Please be seated.
Please state your name and occupation.
Monica Quartermain. I'm a doctor at General Hospital.
Dr. Quartermain, there was a very encouraging story on the news last night that Olivia St. John was regaining consciousness. Did you see that?
I heard of it, yes.
And speculation that she might just be able to name her assailant yet again, or perhaps a different assailant. You heard about that?
Yes, I did.
Well, it turns out the rumors were false. Olivia St. John was not regaining consciousness. Isn't that true, Dr. Quartermain? Dr. Quartermain?
Yes.
Dr. Quartermain, you are the primary physician in charge of Olivia St. John's case.
Yes, I am.
Not only were you in charge, but you were present a few weeks ago when Olivia St. John, in fact, did regain consciousness for a few brief moments.
Yes.
Who else was present at that time?
Well, the usual ICU personnel.
Who else?
Commissioner Robert Scorpio.
Could they all hear what Olivia said?
Objection, Your Honor. Dr. Quartermain can't possibly know what anybody else can hear.
Agreed.
What did Olivia say that you could hear?
Well, I mean, she was disoriented, she was rambling. I mean, she had been in a coma for several days.
Okay, let's narrow this thing down. Robert Scorpio gave testimony that he asked Olivia who shot her. Did you hear him ask her that question?
Yes, I did.
And what did this seriously injured woman, a woman who thought perhaps that she was going to die...
Objection, Your Honor. Counsel can't possibly know what Olivia St. John was thinking that day or any other day.
Yes, Mr. Baldwin, it's very poetic, but inadmissible.
Dr. Quartermain, how did Olivia St. John answer Mr. Scorpio's question?
She said it was Anna Lavery that shot her.
Order.
Your Honor, that's the prosecution's case. We rest.
Mr. Meyer, you have a cross-examination coming before you start your defense.
No, Your Honor, we have no questions for Dr. Quartermain, and the defense is ready.
All right, you're excused, Dr. Quartermain. Thank you very much. Go ahead, Mr. Meyer.
Your Honor, the jury has already heard my opening statement, so I won't repeat myself. The defense case rests 4 legs on the truth. No one knows the truth better than the accused herself, since she was present on the night Olivia St. John was shot. She and she alone, of all the people that were known to be there, can give a first-hand account of the events of that night. For the first witness, the defense calls Anna Lavery, Your Honor.
Place your left hand on the Bible, raise your right hand. Do you, Anna Devane Lavery, swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I most certainly do.
Please be seated.
Now we'll find out what really happened.
Please state your name and occupation.
My name is Anna Devane Lavery, and I am a licensed private investigator.
This pair of lovebirds just appeared in your house. You have no idea who sent them?
No, I had no way of knowing where they came from except for what Olivia said to my daughter.
What did Olivia St. John say to your
Objection,
daughter?
Your Honor. If he wants to hear from Robin, he can put her on the stand.
No, I could never allow that. My daughter's been put through enough by that woman already.
No. Order. Order. We understand the mother's heart, Mrs. Lavery, but I'm afraid I cannot allow what your daughter told you.
I understand, Your Honor.
What happened to these lovebirds, Mrs. Lavery?
A few days later, somebody broke into our house and killed one of them.
Objection, Your Honor. Does the defense have any proof that Olivia St. John did the bizarre thing?
Your Honor, a sworn statement by the man that committed this act and other acts, which we will describe later, was given to you as court document number 19. I'd like to submit this into evidence now with the same freedom from harassment that we all granted Mr. Baldwin.
So in other words, counsel just wants to forget about any kind of rules that apply to hearsay.
Your Honor, we're painting a picture here of emotional and psychological harassment against the entire Lavery family. We're not going to be able to prove to the law's satisfaction every moment of Mrs. Lavery's testimony, but every word speaks to her state of mind when she faced Olivia St. John that night.
I hear this right. He's making the case for me.
Mr. Baldwin?
In interest of fairness, we have no objection, even though technically it's nothing more than hearsay. However, it certainly does arouse my curiosity.
Proceed, Mr. Meyer.
What happened after the lovebirds were killed, Mrs. Lavery?
My daughter was taken from school by a woman pretending to be a police bodyguard for her. She was returned home later, however, and she was unharmed. But this was definitely a warning.
Why did you see this as a warning?
Well, because after that, I got a series of these very strange phone calls. They were a child kind of singing nursery rhymes, but the words, the lines had been changed to make them threatening.
Objection, Your Honor. We have no witness what was said on the telephone.
Please bear with me, Your Honor.
We still have that freedom in this country. Proceed, Mrs. Lavery.
Thank you.
Well, you know, I was being threatened. I felt I was being threatened, and I knew it. And then delivered to my door was this baby doll with its neck broken.
Okay.
Sort of like some sort of voodoo doll?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's how I felt.
Well, Mrs. Lavery, didn't you do anything to stop this or to find out who was causing it?
Yes, at one point, I flew to New York, and I confronted Olivia St. John, and I demanded that she stop harassing my family.
What did Olivia St. John say?
Well, she denied it, of course, but...
Go on.
I can't. I would be speculating on her state of mind, and I would have the assistant district attorney raise hell with me for doing that.
Speculate away, Mrs. Lavery. Catch you on the cross-exam.
Go on.
Well, she denied it, obviously, but in such a way that she was taunting me, like she wanted me to prove it.
Well, you're right, Mrs. Lavery. It is pure speculation.
Mr. Meyer, which way are you guiding your witness?
Please bear with me, Your Honor, just for a moment. Can you tell us and take us through the next event, Mrs. Lavery?
Well, next, a coral snake was put in through my bedroom window. Nothing came of it. It was killed.
And did you see this as a concrete death threat?
Oh, yes. I mean, obviously it was, you know. I mean, this is one of the most dangerous snakes in North America, and it's not very common in this area. And why it was crawling around on my bedroom floor, it was a definite attempt, murder attempt, I felt. But then, you know, what happened next was worse.
Would you like to take a break, Mrs. Lavery?
No, thank you. I'd prefer to continue, Your Honor. It's been hard enough getting to this point.
I'd like to remind the court and the jury what you're about to hear next in particular will be documented with evidence by the perpetrator himself. Tell us what happened next, Mrs. Lavery.
Well, next, there's an elevator in the building where my husband runs his business. Olivia had her hitman, I suppose you could call
Your Honor, this sort of slur on someone who's not even accused.
Overruled. No one has been named. Continue, Mrs. Lavery.
Right. Olivia had her man hired to do some electrical work on this elevator. He disconnected the safety system and he cut the cable and he electrified the elevator so that
Go on.
it was meant for Duke. So that when the elevator fell, if he reached out or touched anything, he'd be electrocuted.
Very true. Mr. Lavery was not in that elevator, was he?
I was. I was in the elevator when it crashed, and it was because of that that I lost my baby.
We'll have a 5-minute recess.
All right.
Would you like to go in the back for a few minutes?
No, see Duke.
Okay.